Alright friends, it's time for another CrossFit Open season. Well, we can't control what types of fun and exciting and possibly awful things Dave has in store for us. We can control the exact nutrition that we're putting into our bodies. And yes, it can really make a big difference in helping you get a faster time or being able to bust out a few more reps at the end of those AMRAPs. So here are my top 5 tips to help you perform your very best over these next 5 weeks. And as a fellow CrossFitter, my name is Hannah Look. I'm a nutrition coach and the founder of ContemporaryCavewoman.com. And one very last thing, these tips can also be applied to really any type of high intensity training, especially if performance is your focus. All right, let's get to it. So for tip number 1, in your meals both before and after workouts, you want to include plenty of protein and carbs and keep fats and fiber on the lower end. So this will just help make sure that your food is digesting quickly and easily. And then in your meals outside of that workout window, you can then bring carbs down just a little bit and bump up those healthy fats. All right, for tip number 2, in your post-workout shake or meal, you'll want to aim for about a 2-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein. And if it's an extra hard or long workout and you're pretty experienced at CrossFit, you're pretty proficient at the movements, you can even bump that up to a 3-to-1. So for the protein portion for this, if you're using a protein powder, usually just a scoop or about a serving is fine. It's generally like 25 to 30 grams. If you want to get specific with it, you can use about 20% of your body weight in grams of protein for your shake or your meal. So if you're 150 pounds, that would be 30 grams of protein, and for that 2-to-1 ratio, that would be 30 grams of protein to 60 grams of carbs. And the reason I say you can bump it up if you're more experienced or it's an extra hard or long workout is because in both of those cases, you're going to be able to push the limits of your nervous system further, which raises cortisol in the body. And cortisol is a catabolic hormone, meaning it breaks things down, so it's the opposite of anabolic. So if we leave cortisol elevated after a workout, we can end up breaking down muscle tissue. So what we want to do is have some carbs as soon as we can right after that workout, which increases insulin in the body, and that brings down cortisol and gets us into recovery mode right away. All right, speaking of carbs, tip number 3 is to eat a lot of them, probably more than usual depending on how you're eating now, and especially from those starchy sources like potatoes, rice, oats, all that good stuff. So starchy foods are going to be a better source of muscle glycogen as compared to a lot of other types of carbs like say fruit, for example. And the reason why we want lots of muscle glycogen is because remember, high intensity training like CrossFit, when you do that, your body uses primarily what's called the glycolytic energy system. And glycolytic kind of sounds like glycogen and glucose, and yes, it's all related, and all that means is that your body needs carbs to fuel that activity. Now tip number 4 is to continue to keep calories and carbs up even on those rest days. And this is because of course your body is still recovering well outside of that workout window, and it actually takes 24 to 36 hours to replenish muscle glycogen. So you definitely want to keep giving your body the nutrients it needs to keep repairing and refuel for the next workout. And finally, tip number 5, don't forget about or underestimate those basics. So make sure you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, drinking plenty of water throughout the day, managing life stress, and taking at least a couple full rest days throughout the week where maybe you're just doing some walking or some stretching. So there you have it. I hope you found these tips helpful. And if you need more guidance around how to fuel for your workouts, you can find a free workout nutrition guide at ContemporaryCavewoman.com/workout nutrition guide. All right, thank you so much for watching and good luck in the open.